Gosh, as soon as I go live, I'm starting to have a little mini avalanche. Good morning, art buddies. And welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Pink Girly. Today, I'm just going to try to create a journal that's kind of raggedy and just slapped together, just to throw down whatever comes to mind. Just go ahead and do it and not try to really think too much about it. Now, of course, I've got a bunch of things sitting here around by my desk. Some of this stuff I have to put aside for at least a few minutes because I need to work on the base of this project. I always save. Look at my camera. Say, don't pay attention. My camera's crooked. Cindy was in early, so Cindy's here. Good morning, Cindy. And there is Teresa. Good morning. And Angie. Good morning, ladies. I'm still gnawing on a piece of my Uncrustable. A last minute decision. So I always keep this packaging paper. I'm still throwing stuff at them. Cindy, good morning. We've got Cindy Daly and Cindy McCoy. Good morning. So I always keep this. Most of the time, I don't really do anything with it. I have stacks and stacks of it. And I keep my Amazon packaging. I guess maybe like in the last year or so. Maybe it's been longer. The Amazon packaging here, it used to just all be plastic bags and whatnot, but in the last little while, it's been really nice brown bags. So I keep that stuff too. But this is just the thin. I'm not really sure how this is going to work because this is kind of thin, but I'm going to see. Now I'm inspired. It's not really kind of what she did, but I'm inspired. I put it in the description box. A couple of reels will pop up every once in a while from this gal. Her Instagram is Mona1_world. And she does a reel and then she does a voiceover. She's very funny. The last one I watched, she made a journal, a raggedy egg carton journal or something like that. She just rips and tears and smashes, and I'll tell you, by the time she was done with that thing, it was so cool and so cute. So I'm going to try to do kind of the same idea, but with this packaging paper, and trying not to really think too much about how it's going together or what I'm going to put on the pages. So I've got two little stacks here. They're very long, as most of you would know. And so I just trimmed off the raggedy edges. And I don't know if this is going to work, but then I just am folding it up into squares. And then I think I'm just going to fold it this way. Just like this. Hey, Debbie, good morning. There's who's your mama. I did the same with this. Just took a long strip of it, folded it in half, folded it again, And I'm just going to go like this. Now I'm going to be ripping and tearing and slicing and dicing and all that jazz. So I'm just going to take my scissors and try to cut through here to come on in. I'm just waiting for a call. Okay, Ange. She's got to have another procedure done, so she's waiting to get that scheduled. Butterfly journal sounds quite yummy, Ange. I guess I don't really need to do that. I was thinking I would rip this, but I'm not sure. Maybe I will just. I'm just going to rip. I'm not sure how give myself a start. I don't have too much strength in my hands. Now this gal Mona, I mean, her pages are all raggedy and torn and ripped and smashed, and it just looks great. It's a little too, I think, hilly and bumpy for me. I'm going to try to stay true to the process here that I have in my mind. I might try to use where the heck is there it is. My deckled edge ruler. This might go a little easier. Of course, I'm trying to use my left hand and I'm not left-handed. So how is everybody on this fine Thursday morning? Ugh. This paper is really thin, but you know what? It's a little more durable than you think. A little more durable. Stephanie G, good morning. I don't think I want these peaks and valleys, though. I think I want it a little more straight. Blech. Now, I always had it in my mind that I would, geez, I can't get that to tear. That I would like to paint on this or draw on these great big sheets of paper. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at once. But I haven't done that. It's a little intimidating, I think. I'm not a confident painter. See, now this one was a little shorter. Maybe I could do this. I'm not too concerned about the page sizes. They don't have to all be the same. I'm going to try to keep it somewhat, if I can, more the grungy side of things. I want it to look grungy. So does anybody else save this packing paper, or am I the only crazy? All right, now this is, of course, taller. The thing about journals is I don't know how much to do the inside of one. Oh, you just do. You save yours, Cynthia. Cynthia, I'm going to call you Cynthia today because we have Cindy Daly here too. Cynthia saves hers. Have you used it in a project, or is it kind of just, all mine's just been sitting in a box or in a stack, and I haven't really done anything with it. Um, this is just fighting me here, fighting me. Doesn't want to be torn. I want them somewhat similar in size. Now, some of them, I think, do have a perforated section. I haven't really seen that in this batch. Sorry, this is really noisy. If anybody's trying to just watch and relax, I guess I'm kind of making that irritating noise. Ange, I think you're pretty much there's Vale. Morning, Vale. Oh, Vale, hi. Vale, I sent you a message on Instagram. I'm not sure if you saw it. I did not get a message, but if you're up to it at some point in the next couple of days, I'd like to have a chat. Or at least, are you feeling any better, or you're just having a relaxed morning? Vale's been under the weather. She's been on my mind. All right, let's trim some of this back. And I saved everything. In fact, it's kind of nauseating, all the jazz I saved. I mean, my husband is afraid just to throw away the least little bit of things. He'll say, "You don't want this, do you?" And I'm like, "Yep." Oh yeah, we'll be seeing. Yeah, almost everything. I don't think I get, like, I know Peggy. No, I want to do this outside edge too. I know Peggy does a lot with I want to put it together. Well, maybe not. She does a lot with, and Ann Lar does too, a lot with junk mail. But I don't think we get too much in the way of interesting junk mail. Our junk mail is really just kind of not interesting. Here she is. I'm talking about you, Peggy. Oh my gosh, that was an early appointment. Glad you could pop in. I was saying that you do a lot with Peggy. I was saying you do a lot with junk mail. You and Ann Mar are the two gals I think of most that can create with, junk. And I don't think my junk mail is too interesting. Angie was asking what all we save, and we were saying pretty much everything. I don't save too much junk mail because, first of all, you know what? We don't really get a whole lot of it, if I'm honest. I try to be honest. I'm sure my husband's perspective is different. He would say we get a lot of junk mail. Sure. All right, so I want these edges kind of raggedy as well. And then I'm going to start treating the pages. I think I want to stitch it together though. Linda Tucci, good morning. Morning. It's nice to see everyone popping in. nose feels a little drippy today. It's been cold here again. I'm throwing all these strips out. I'm not promising I won't pick some out of the trash, but for now they're going in the bin. In the bin. I don't want this real pointy part, I don't. Peggy likes the challenge. She doesn't get a lot. She likes the challenge of using it. Peggy does some cool stuff. Now I'm just going to simply do, okay, so if you're just popping in, I took some brown paper packaging paper, folded it up, like a long strip, like you would fabric, folded it in half again, and then tore off the top, the bottom, and now I just tore off the sides. And now I'm just gonna take some thread of some kind, whatever I got sitting here, and I'm gonna stitch it together. At least that's the plan. Look, I have this white. Oh, I just pulled it out. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I have this white waxed linen. I'm just going to use that. I might not want it to be real white. I'm not sure if waxed linen will. I guess it would stay. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm also going to try. Okay, I have too much stuff sitting here as usual. Need to move this. I can't see my chat so great. I'm still rearranging and moving stuff. Peggy says her favorite thing is to repurposing clothing. Oh yes, Peggy's got a whole big tub of that. Clothing tags. That's a challenge for me too. I'm just going to drag this through. This is a pretty big hole. I'm just going to rethread. I'm just going to drag this through my vintage photo. Just knock that white color back a little bit before I pop it in my journal. Now I'm trying to use just whatever's sitting around my desk. I did go and grab a couple of things. We went and saw our daughter and her family the other day, and I took my stickers so my grandkids and I could mess around with them. And there's one little sticker package. I thought the stickers might look cute in this journal, so I went and grabbed those. No, that's fine. Questions are good. Keeps chat moving, and we like to help each other and share ideas and stuff, and that's not a problem. Not a problem. The problem is threading this needle again. Oh, I hate when that happens. It doesn't cut clean. Where did I put my little Timmies? That's what I need. My little extra little trim. And then there's replayers too, Ange. They say chances are if you have a question, there's usually someone else wondering the same thing. All right. So now I've just folded these torn scraps in half. And I'm just going to punch in 3 holes, not thinking too much about it. And I think I'm gonna want maybe the threads on the outside this time, something different. So I'm going to start from the outside, wherever you want your tie to be. That's where you're going to start your thread. So if you want your tie to be on the outside, the spine of your journal, that's where you start. This is just going to be a 3-hole pamphlet. So I've got my second hole there. And we'll pop a third hole here. Sometimes it's hard to find that hole from this angle. Now I'm going to go back through that center hole. What did Cynthia say? Angie, I do artwork and memory stuff, pictures. I did a tribute page for my nephew who passed. Oh, yeah. It's a great idea for sure. Okay. Try not to lose the middle. I'm coming back into that center. Most of you know how to do this. And if you don't, there's certainly videos on YouTube that probably, go a lot slower and show you and a lot more. Now, see, I could have left more of a tail, so I think I might try to zhuzh this a little bit. There's Carol. Good morning, Carol. I was thinking I wanted to do that one idea. Carol had, I think, a really great idea. She pulled the wrong one. She was working, guess it was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, I think. In an envelope journal that was, I think, put together differently than what I had seen before. I don't know why this is different, but I never know which thread to pull. Not this thread. I want this thread to go this way. And I hadn't seen one put together like she had before. And I have, now hers was made with, those taller journals, and envelopes that have the flap on the top. It was really cool. So you have, one of those taller, we'll say journal envelopes like this, and the flap is up here. So she just took it and folded it in half, several envelopes, and the flap was still up there, and she made a journal out of it. I think that's a very clever way to do it. I have to try one, but I have to dig out my envelopes. There's our Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. Nice to see you as always. The wax linen sometimes, you just want to really try to pull it tight. I'll deal with that later. All right, so now I'm thinking I just want to start putting some paint down and then just do whatever. We'll see. So this is it. This is it. The night of nights. Okay, I pulled out some of all colors, a warm beige, but this is what I had in my mind that I wanted to start scraping down and putting on some of these pages. Now, I just had an old plastic card. And I don't want to do any fussing, no mussing or any of that jazz. I'm just going to try to almost like a JP5 it if I can, just do it and go. Do it and go. Acrylic paint, of course, dries fairly quickly. Take off my cruddy cruds there. And I don't want a tremendous amount of any one thing, I don't think, on my pages. I'm just going to start putting some stuff down just to get something on the page. And I'm just adding a little drip or two to my card. Now, I think as I work and do this, and start layering and putting stuff on the pages, they will get a little more substantial. I think. I'm also going to get chubbier. And I don't even care if that wet hits that wet, makes it another mark. I don't know that I want this color on every page. Now I could put the paint on the page and just drag it across, but I don't want the whole page covered. I just want some almost splotchy looking stuff. Not really getting a look at it. Let me try a little tiny thin strip. That looks a little better, I think. Now I might have to use a heat tool because I want to be zipping and going. I throw out all of my paint. I don't have time to gel plate. Oh, Carol, thank you so much. That's very sweet. Thank you. But you'll buy more if you want. Super chat. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, so Peggy, I don't know if Peggy stopped in or if she's still here. She just got home from an appointment. Peggy, would you put in Carol's channel? So the girls, if they are not familiar with her channel, they can go and watch that. It was from yesterday. She came on after Devin was on, and the journal was really cool. When my neighbor Betty and I used to go get our nails done regularly, our toes and our fingers, the gals we went to, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, well, it'll come back to me. Thank you, Peggy. Oh, yeah, right. The gals that we went to, they really liked selling my light bulbs for me. They sold so many light bulbs for me. It was just crazy. And of course, they knew, my involvement with art and stuff. Oh, that looks kind of cool. And so the one gal, Julie is her name, she presented me one day with a whole stack of white envelopes. I don't know what you call this kind. They're like a business envelope for, I don't know. The flap's up here. That's all I know. And she said, "Could you use these?" And I said, "Oh, certainly." So she gave me a whole stack of them. So I've worked through quite a few of those, but I do have some more still at my disposal. And I need to dig those out and make one of those journals that Carol had. Went a little crooked there, guys. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, let's do a few more pages of this. Let's put in a couple little strips like this. Let's make it really. Of course, that's a little thicker, but that's okay. Now this I'm going to dry right now because I used that really thick. Okay, thanks, Carol. Carol said hers were 8x8s and they were folded in half. Now, Carol, did you use some of them as pockets or did you glue down the flap? I was wondering that. Getting out of my hands is tiring. Yeah. I think that's with most of us, Ange. If we're not in our own bed, sometimes it's hard to get a good night's rest. They were just left open if I want to make a pot. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay. The other thing I have to do in not too distant future is put my hands on some baby wipes. I know I have baby wipes out here somewhere. All right, now I want to use my Timmy crayons too, but I want to stick with that green will be okay. And there's a vintage photo, I think, and I think I have a walnut. So I'm looking to do more of a, raggy, just messed, dirty. I don't do grunge, I don't think, especially well, if I'm honest. I just don't. Well, I think I say that a lot, if I'm honest. Look at that old beat up baby. This is some of that antiquing solution from Stamperia. It comes in a great big silver tube, which I'm not seeing right off. Anyway, I'm going to scrape some of this one too, I think. Let's try some of these. Sounds like Scooter's got the vacuum out. Look at this little curled up page. All right, just using my paintbrush because that's what I've got right here that's kind of wet. And I didn't think ahead as far as getting some water. Some water. I got a new mattress a week ago and haven't got to. Oh boy, Ange. Well, what's the plan there? Are you going to sleep on it tonight? I think my water needs to be changed. All right, I'm going to change this water. The things you don't think of. All right, and then I'll give that page a little bit of time to dry a little. I'll be right back. I'm going to change out this water. Forgot my sister and brother-in-law are coming for dinner tomorrow. And Scooter likes to have things all straightened up. So he's addressing the floors. Okay, so let's do some different. Let's do some crazy stuff here. Just whatever comes to mind. So we went and visited our daughter and her family, and we were having dinner. And our daughter said to her husband, "You can be in charge of drinks." He said, "Okay." So the kids are saying, "Milk, milk, I want milk." Our daughter wanted milk, and they drink milk with everything. They drink milk with spaghetti. That's foreign to me. I don't know where she got that from. I guess from her husband, because we didn't do that. We probably maybe could have done it or should have done it, but we didn't when her and her brother were kids. But anyway. And Scooter had his own drink. He's got Sjogren's disease, so he usually travels with a drink of some kind. And so he was all set. And I said, I'll have some water, but I have water in my handbag. I have a bottle of water in my handbag. My son-in-law said, "Well, that's a good thing because we don't serve water here. We only serve water." So then he went and got my handbag for me so I could get my bottle of water. That cracked me up. Now, certainly, I'm not going to get this whole book done today. Let's try this a little. Plus, I need something on the back, too. I need something on this back page. I have a feeling this is going to feel very squishy. I like squish. I like squish. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend? Anything? My sister and brother-in-law are coming for dinner. That's about all we have planned. Okay, Ange, take a little nap. Yeah. I think in some of these pages, maybe I would like to kind of offset them a little, like make this one smaller and this one just a little bit longer. All right, I'm going to try to concentrate on just the first couple of pages here. This one's peeled paint, in case you're curious. I was watching a little bit of Timmy earlier, and he has these die cuts. He has a line of die cuts. They're called thinlets. They're just very thin, and he didn't call these a name, but they're like little strips, like little edging strips, which I thought looked really cool. Boy, they get a lot of money for them. Of course, you can use them over and over, you know. I was hoping to find a deal on eBay, but I got to do some more digging. Now, you don't need a paintbrush to smudge this crayon stuff. You could use your finger. This just goes a little quicker this way. Just a little quicker. Nap on your new mattress. Yeah, for sure. For some reason, I have it in my mind that I'd like to have a little bit of black on some of these pages. Maybe a little bit of black. So this is, I don't use this stuff very often. You know how to have it, but don't really use it or know how to use it. This is acrylic ink. I'm just going to see if I can use the eyedropper thing and just make some marks. I didn't squeeze it, but see, it is still, of course, very wet. So let's do this. Sorry for all the heat tool noise. That is not drying as quickly as I thought it might. Let's suck some of it up. I hope it doesn't ruin it. Oh, that's better. I better cap that. Shoo, shoo. Oh, I just realized, Peggy. I was thinking I might message you. I'm glad you said that, and see if you had one laying around that I could buy from you. It's not like I can't afford to get it. That's not the issue with me. I like to find a deal. Cindy, you were in earlier. Did you pop out and come back? Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's put oh, this really dried out. Okay, let's see. Well, that's not. See how I can reconstitute this a little bit. I think I'm going to have to rub this around. Put some of that on the back. Your computer froze. Oh no, that's frustrating. So Scooter likes to ride a stationary bike. And they have them in the gym at our one of our community clubhouses. And he's been frustrated because the one that he likes, and apparently it's very popular, everybody kind of likes it, has been out of order, broken. It doesn't work as it should, whatever. So supposedly the gym's going to be getting replacements, but he's active on this thing called Next Door Neighbor, and there are people, always chatting and really complaining about a lot of things there. So he mentioned his frustration with this stationary bike, and a gentleman on there from our community said that he had a similar bike for sale at a really good price. And so Scooter decided to get it. So him and a couple of buddies went and got that the other day. The gentleman just bought it last year, but then he ended up having back surgery, and his surgeon doesn't want it on the bike. So he was looking to get it out of the house, So now Scooter has that in his room, and he wants to be able to have a tablet to be able to, hey, Gail, good morning. To have a tablet to go ahead and use while he's, biking to nowhere. So I'm like, yeah, get whatever, get what you want. But the thing is, he wants one, which I have to ask him about this. Doesn't make sense to me. He wants one that has a keyboard. Like, I can understand a keyboard, but why would you want that when you're on the bike? Maybe he doesn't mean he wants to use it while he's on the bike. I don't know. So I've not ever seen a bike like this. It doesn't have a regular bike seat. It's got a chair. So I might have to give myself a try at that. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I like that part. Now I've got a ton of different things sitting all around my desk here. Now, where's that sticker book? I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's right. I put all that stuff up here. Maybe there's something on here. I know it's got it back in everything. Oh, do you, Gil? She listens to music or an audio book. Okay. Yeah, he sits and he reads on his. I think that would be for me that would be annoying because I would not be able to hold the book still enough. Well, it's annoying for me to read anyway. Who we kidding? Who we kidding, girls? I'm not a reader. I just thought of the stamp that I just found. Because here's the deal. I've said this before. I've said it many times. Maybe the label. Those labels are. Oh, look at this! Look at this! UNK. That was my dad's nickname. A lot of guys used to just call him Unc. My maiden name is Uncle. Not spelled like your great uncle. Spelled different. But when I have to quickly clean up my desk or whatever, I just gather it up and throw it in a bag. Or it might be a little bag or something like, oh, I have no idea, Peggy. I don't know if I don't even know what that kind of bike is. All I know is it's narrower than I thought it would be. And it does, well, his legs are long, so I don't know. I have to see when I get on it. I guess you can move the seat up and down, back and forth. I guess you would say. I don't know. I'll have to ask him if it's a recumbent bike. I don't know. I think I want black ink. Anyway, I stuff things in envelopes or pockets or in bags. And look, I was digging through bags trying to get things where they need to be. Yeah, Peggy. His legs are stretched out in front. And I found that I've been looking all over for this stamp. And there it were. There it were. All right, so let's do a test stamp first because I'm going to get a nice stamp on my cover. We'll see how juicy this is. Are they, Gail? I'll have to ask them. The man paid a lot of money for this a year ago, and it wasn't asking a lot of money for it. So I said to him, just get it. I can't sit on those traditional. I know well, see, this is what he said when he was looking at it, because that's the only kind I know. I mean, when I was doing physical therapy, it was just a regular old bike. And it's like my fanny don't fit on it. It's like, it's painful. It's very painful. And he said to me, oh, honey, I think you could use this because the seat's really nice on it. And I'm thinking, there ain't no bike seat that's nice as far as I'm concerned. And then when he brought it in, it's got a back and it just looks like a regular chair, like a chair. I would like this still to be a little darker, but we'll see what we can get here. I should do the ant. Oh, where do I have? Like a regular spritzer. I just inked a lot of these. Let's see if this is better. It's better. Okay. Now I'm gonna jam it down properly. Properly go on it here. So now, if you don't have this brown packaging, you could use other things, paper bags, right? Gift bags. You could tear them all apart or use them as is. You could use wrapping paper. You know, sometimes we get wrapping paper for an occasion or whatever for the holidays, and you don't use it all. And I still didn't get it as nice as I thought I'd like, but we're going to have to live with it, aren't we? Aren't we? Let's put a little one down here. My favorite piece of exercise equipment at PT is a NU Step. That's the brand name. Not sure what you would call it. Combines upper and lower body movement for a full body workout while in a seated position. Really? I'm all about the seated position, girls. Okay, just saying. Just saying. Don't want any spillage there. So let's do this. All right, I've gotten getting some grungy looking up there, huh? That's unusual for me. Now this is a bit left over from something I was doing. All right, let's try this walnut here. Very, very expensive for you to have one. Yeah. Know about that stepper. Never heard of that. Yeah, I can't believe what this man was willing to sell this for, but I guess if you know you can't use it and your doctors, you just want it out of the house, you know, kind of a deal. Who knew? I mean, he bought it last year, so I guess he's had a little while. He's getting sick of probably walking around it and stuff. I'm thinking I got to use this unk tag. Absolutely have to use that. Now, maybe I'll ink this before I take it off of this pad. Let's see. What did I do with my... I wonder if I got any more of this left here. I'm going for the grunge. Any more grunge than that? Yeah, I'm going to want to put some I don't want to cover up that unk. Yeah, where do I want to see? The hard part of this is maybe I better glue this down first. Well, you know what? Before I do that, I know I want to put some cheesecloth here. So let's get that. Oh, you know what? I should plug in. I mean, it's plugged in, but I should turn on my glue gun. You know. I think I got out enough cheesecloth. Oh, I think I did. So I thought about egg cartons and making something out of an egg carton, but probably would not ever do it. I don't know why. But this gal Mona, she just mashed it down And she said, remember when eggs were so expensive? Well, I think they probably still are expensive. I don't know. I don't really do the shopping. And she said, why would I ever throw out the carton? And she cut the lid off. She cut out, those indentations. She cut that all out. The new step is a recumbent cross trainer. Oh, it looks interesting but pricey. How about that? A recumbent cross. So the recumbent has to do with like it's easier on your body. Is that the deal there? You know what? Maybe I'll staple this on here a little bit. Oh, hopefully this isn't out of staples because it's annoying. Maybe I'll go this way so I can cover the bumps. Gotta get it in the right spot for it to work. Funny how that is. Okay. All right, let's glue that down there. See, I'm thinking I might want a little. Look, Peggy told me about these lids for these little. Look, I got them. I had to control myself, and I just got the plain. I really wanted those bamboo ones, that bamboo ones that kind of. Well, maybe I'll use this in this book. See, that's cute. Let's put that in here somewhere. I'm looking for a little. Sometimes I have them. Oh, that's a real tiny one. Yeah, that might be what I need, though. Let's see if I can get it. It's stuck on my. It's stuck on that magnet. Carol's leaving. Bye, Carol. Okay. Yeah, this is a little tiny one, but I think that might work for what I have in mind. I want to put this on my sticker. So you can't just do a sticker. Maybe what I ought to do is poke the hole first. I think I'm going to put it right in the center. Maybe I should put it in there first. Oh, it's not in the center. Don't tell. It's not in the center. These are fiddly little guys. All right, now this will be tricky. Let's see where the. This is much thinner than I thought. Of course, I keep hitting the metal. I think I make things harder than they need to be. Most times. It's probably not going to stay. to shoot some glue under there. We'll shoot some glue under. I wonder what she means, laser animals. All right, let's put some glue on this. Like that. Thinking I want some kind of fabric or something on here in addition to the cheesecloth. Oh yeah, maybe a piece of this. This is much too big, but maybe a strip of this, huh? Oh, I cut that really wonky. Most days I don't eat until about noon, and I'm fine. This morning, for some reason, I feel really hungry. I want to get it up on that 6 a little bit. I have a song in my head that's driving me crazy, especially because I don't know the words. All right, now I can always add, right? I can always add to it. I think I need a word here. But I don't know. See, I've got this here. It's this journal. But I don't know that you would see that great right there. Maybe I think I need it bigger. That's too big. I'm wishing for the one I love to find me. I don't even know if that's the words. Oh, curious. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? Curious. Hmm. This has probably got white around the edge. And these are, the stickers are like film, you know? So, yeah. Okay, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. Now, some of the other things I pulled out that were just laying around here. I have projects, you know, that this was going to be a signature. And I think maybe I would like to have some of this glued in here. This is on real heavyweight paper. Thanks, Phil. I don't know what I did this a while ago. That's got a little bit of a sheen to it, so I'm not sure. Let's get digital, digital. All right. Just have at it. Let's just have it. Now, see, I've got these staples here, so some of that could be covered up. So let's, I never tried this before. Let's try. A little bit of that crayon. Timmy says you can drag it. Timmy is usually always right. So let's darken this up. I'm trying to use light pressure with this crayon. It's a distress crayon. This one is the Vintage Photo. And I don't really want to see the lines. I want it to blend very nicely. But I'm just going to rough cut around this, I believe. If I can get this looking, kind of dark and grungy. Of course, I could dampen this, couldn't I? See what I mean about the lines? So I'm starting to smudge it. I don't really want to see those lines. Okay, so I kind of like that. And then I'm just going to rough cut around this. I'm just going to cut some of that off. Might be able to use that bit. I'm going to try this a little bit. Because I want it to go here, I believe. But I think I want some cheesecloth behind it, and I think I want to stitch it a little bit. Hold on, let's just see. So I want to use a little bit of this. I think I want to use some thread. And I need a needle that I can get that through. Let's see if this one. I'm going to pre-punch holes, I think, so my needle doesn't have to be super sharp. So let's take a bit of this. Maybe I need a little bit of light sun. Maybe I need a little bit of lace for them to unearth it. It's all sitting right here. Oopsies. Please. Let's see if I can find anything that. I wonder if that. That might. Let me see if I have anything already. Darker treated or a little bit more grunged. That's too wide. That's too wide. That would be able to be used somewhere. A little bit than that. You don't want contrast, but yet. All right, let's see. Let's see. So I decided back in December, apparently, that I'd like to have a subscription to the Art Journaling magazine by Stampington and Son. No, Stampington and Company, I think it's called. And I had it quite a while ago, haven't had it for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to treat myself and get it. Of course, around Christmas time, you can get some deals and some extra percentages off and stuff that you might not normally get, in the summer. So this I thought was a reasonable price. It's not a long subscription. I think you only get four to six issues. Where the heck is mine? Oh, you got to thread. Okay, girls, if you're trying to thread a needle, you want to make sure you do the end with the hole. So I went through the steps, placed my order, and then it says right there, could take 4 to 8 weeks to get. Hey, Devin, hi. Oh, I loved your stream yesterday, Devin. It was so neat to see all your work. So cool. I just, for the life of me, can't imagine why it would take 4 to 8 weeks to start a subscription. Somebody will have to explain that to me sometime, I guess. But first of all, it's not international. Okay, I could see if it was like Daphne or something that's international. It's not international. It's in California. But okay, it is what it is, right? Well, then I forget about it. And then yesterday it occurred to me, when did you order that magazine? It's still not here. So I go looking. Sure enough, I ordered it December 27th. I'm like, let's count the week. It's over like 12 weeks. Like, come on, people. So I sent them an email to see what happens. I mean, really? This is why people shop Amazon, okay? I'm sorry, but this is why they do. I mean, okay, I don't need my magazine the next day. For 4 to 8 weeks, and then you don't even get it in 4 to 8 weeks. I was annoyed. I was annoyed. So we'll see how that ends up. I mean, geez. Jeez. All right, I'm going to use my nifty little tool here to make some holes because I want to stitch on this fabric stuff. And I think I want to stitch it in here. Just crazy wonky like. Crazy wonky like, girls. Just crazy wonky like. So I think I want to put my cheesecloth behind here to stitch that on. Just, grab the edge of it a little bit. Hey, Patty, good morning. Where's Patty Crane? Good morning. Like this. Jacqueline's at work. I don't know if she's listening. Oh, she had training today. She's probably, or Jacqueline's very talented. She's got some training. She's the trainer, not the trainee. How about that, huh? And I'm thinking I might want to put a little bit of this in. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do the cheesecloth. Amaret, she's here. Amaret, hi. Good day. I don't know if I want this. I talked to my bonus son last night. It was midnight for me. It was 11:30 in the morning for him. They are still in Vietnam, having a glorious time. Saw us 2 weeks there. This kid is living life large, I'll tell you. He was just checking in with the mama. Yeah, the idea in my head was to put some lace there, but now that I lay it on there, I'm just really not liking it. All right, so I'm going to knot the end of this, I think, just a little knot. And I'm just going to maybe make some crazy stitches here. I should have put more holes. Boop, boop, boop. I think I'm just going to do big stitches. I'm not seeing really where I put my stitches. There's one. I see other people doing stuff like this. I never do it, but I always like how it looks. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Oh, am I out of screen? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Attention. So our son is working different hours than he used to before. He's now working 1 to 8 in the evening, and his place of employment, gosh, it's not even 5 minutes from our daughter's house. So he was working the other day when we went and visited them. So when we finished visiting them, we swung by his place of work, got a tour because he got that promotion recently. So he showed us he's got a desk, very nice. And I was so surprised. It's like so neat. Oh, Peggy, yeah. You must be really sensitive. I don't notice so much. So we got a nice tour of the place where he works and his new work area and his desk. So that was nice to see. I'm going to go back and add a couple more stitches here. That kind of looks fun, kind of bent over like that, doesn't it? Adds a little more texture. I don't really care how thick and bumpy this journal ends up, quite honestly. I'm okay with it being a gator mouth. Really? What did you do, Cynthia? Were you a printer or something? Or like, do tell if you want. You don't have to share. Lori, that scissors tool with a little red hole puncher, I think I'll give it a go with it. Yes. A printer? Oh, cool. Yeah, I think you'll like it, Val. I know you were thinking about, did you order one? I know you were kind of looking into it last time I used it. I really like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I think I'm going to leave a little bit of length here. Give me an option for maybe a charm or a tag or some little. I think I pulled out somewhere a where do you put my bottle of water? There it is. Pulled out a little postage stamp. I think somewhere. Wonder what I do with that. Oh, sorry. You could probably hear me gulping. Oh, you did, Amaret? Oh, that's cool. How fun. Oh, no packages. Let's see. So I want to glue that down. Maybe I'll let that little skid mark show there, huh? That might be nice. All right, let's glue this down. I don't need to shake this. I don't know why I did that. All right, let's put that in there. Can always sneak some more glue in if I need to. Now, I still have a little staple there that I can see. Pull that a little tighter. Now, this is a little like a little ballet shoe, I think. Oh, and a little stick pin. I've had this forever. I don't know where I got it. Maybe I could just pop it right in here. I think I need a little piece of fabric, perhaps. Look, I've got this raggedy tag stuff. Isn't that gross? Isn't it cool? It's gross and cool at the same time. Oh, look, it's two pieces. Maybe I'll get a little square of that, glue it, and pin that in there, huh? Just had those little black scissors. I don't know why I do the things that I do. There's our Judy, 55 degrees and sunny. Oh, Judy, you just killed me. Having peach cobbler, hot tea, and enjoying the show. Judy, you are just a sweetheart. You know, there's some people you just don't even have to have met them in person. If you hear my phone buzzing, and you just feel like you'd like to give them a big old hug. And that's Judy. That's Judy for me. I like to give her a big old hug. All right, I think I need another little piece of this. Maybe I'm just going to glue that. Just pin that on, you know? This is like a little stopper here. Now, this is going to make my page, really bulky, but like I said, I don't really care about it. I do not care about it. And I'll see if my hot glue is. Look, I got fluff from the. I'm going to put it right like that, I think. I can always take it off, right? But for now, I'm going to just put it on there. Just going to put it on. All right. I might need a little piece of that under there or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to leave that alone for right now. According to weather.com, our 55 degrees won't be here till late afternoon, though. Oh. Yes, this is fun, Vale. This is fun. This is like not really thinking about it, just picking up stuff and doing it. All right, so there's the front cover. And at least so far, and there's the inside page. I need some words or something there, I think. Methinks. Now I've got these little doodads that I printed out quite some time ago when I was doing that. Oh, look, die cuts. See, this is what I do. I just throw them in there, Laura. Yeah. Okay. Okay. When I was doing the, oh, this reminds me. There you go. Fix your eyes on Jesus. It's not how the song goes. Oh, now it's driving me. I'm going to have to remember that. I'll have to look it up. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. I know that. Same idea. This typing with your mouth full at the same time as talking with guilty pleasures, not meaning to be. No. That's all right. That's all right, girlfriend. You enjoy it. Enjoy it. I love peach. Not so big on like peach juice. But peach pie, oh my gosh. Peaches out of a can. My dad used to eat peaches out of a can. Well, in a bowl. He put, Mom would put them in the bowl. I put them in a bowl and a little bit of the peach syrup and open a can of evaporated milk and put evaporated milk on the peaches. It was good. Turn your eyes on Jesus. Look full in his glorious face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim. I used to sing that when my dad passed. It was very comforting for me. I don't know if I want it that long across. I think I want that a little grungier. No, Teresa. We always had it in a can. My grandmom always had it in a can. Mom just kept it carnation or something like that. That was always a secret of my ingredient to my mom's coleslaw. Oh, my mom made a really great coleslaw. Really great coleslaw. All right, so that's going to go there. And I think I want some black ink on this page. Peaches, peaches from Georgia. Friends and I get 3 bushels every season. Really? Oh, I got to treat myself to that maybe this year. A farmer we buy from emailed me, and he reserved our slot. Nice. I'm trying to remember the name. Okay, when I worked at the college, I was the director of annual giving. So I was responsible to raise money for our students for college, for scholarship support. And along with that responsibility was then being in charge of and having a thank you dinner for our what we called I don't want to say high end, but our larger donors. There was a threshold. I don't remember what it was. If you gave a certain amount within a certain period of time, you were on the. I got to put my sweater back on. You were on the list to be invited, and we had it once a year, and it was themed, always themed. And I would come up with a theme, and then decorations, invitations, and food was all based off of that theme. And we did a Pacific Northwest. We did an Italian bistro. I think the Pacific Northwest was like a cruise ship theme. And we had a Southern theme. And we always did a gift basket, it was more than a party favor. It was more like a gift basket that each couple could take with them. And so when we did the Southern one, I forget what was on the menu, but I wanted to get Georgia peaches. And so I found a vendor. Gosh, I usually remember the vendor's name, but I'm not remembering it now. Oh, you do, Teresa? Oh. Lori, I see a heart bottom right. Oh, yes. It's still a little damp. Let's wait on that. So, we had probably a stack of peaches delivered. Okay, I'm 5'4" now. I was 5'6" then. Probably stacked as high as to like the top of my chest. And oh my gosh, the peaches were like this big around. I mean, they were just, and they like if you bit into one, the juice just dripped out the sides of your mouth. I mean, they were just delicious. And then, of course, you always wanted to make sure you had enough. So there was extras, always extra. And so I was able to gift some to my parents. My boss said, just, everybody could take some peaches. Boy, did my mom and dad enjoy those. They really enjoyed them. I guess I don't really want this walnut. Maybe I want I'm thinking I need some lace on this page. So then I think it was a year or two after that, I just outright bought some. I don't know, might have been Dickey Farms. Maybe that was it. And I ordered some for my parents. Boy, my dad really, really enjoyed those. It's things like that, it was a blessing at the time for my parents, but now it's a blessing for me as a memory. I'm so glad I did that. It was not cheap. Um, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that expensive, but at the time, we were raising our kids, and you know, maybe it could be considered a little exorbitant. But I'm glad I did it because my parents, my dad in particular, just enjoyed it so much. And then we didn't have it much longer after that. So I'm glad I did it. All that to say, you just never know, right? So if you get an idea and you want to do it, just do it. Just do it. The picture's heavy. It's okay. It's okay. I'm really wanting a piece of muslin, but I don't think, I mean, I have it. I just don't have it sitting here. Might have to, geez, I might just have to use a piece of this. This is just a little skinny piece of, I would call it eyelet, right? It's not real deep. I don't know what makes eyelet, but um, maybe there. Oh, girls, I did it again. Oh, here they are. Jeez, I keep losing my scissors. Keep losing my scissors. Let's see if I can crunch this up a little bit like I did that. I'm not even looking at the clock. I'm working away here. Crunch this up a little bit. Knock that white back just a little bit. I was thinking I wanted to make a pocket somewhere. I have something sitting here somewhere I wanted to put in a pocket. Okay. Okay, Peggy. Need some prayers for hubby's brother Jimmy. Okay, sweetheart, we'll do. Have a good day. I hope you get some good news. Brother Jimmy. Oh, geez. Okay. Remember Jimmy. Okay. All right. It might look okay just there. Let's not think about it. Let's just put it down. to scoot this over a little bit. Now I need some kind of a focal point or something. Oh yeah, I've got these goodies too. See, these are just, I think most of this stuff in here is just like the, the back when you take a book apart, when you pull off the spine, you have this fabulous fodder on the spine that you can peel off. And I've been saving it, but I haven't really used it. So let's use some of this. So I think I'm going to tear that off. I moved my phone. Let's see what time it is. Okay. So I'm trying to be grungy. Oh, look at that side. Make sure you flip it over. Did you flip it? Just flip it over. Flip it over. That needs a little more grunge, methinks. Angie was asking what you save, and I really do save a lot of stuff. Gail's got to go. Okay, Gail. Have a good day. Nice to see you. Okay, let's see if I put a little water on this. Maybe I put a little bit of that black ink on it too, huh? I don't really want to drip it though. See, I wet that and now it's kind of blooming, so that's kind of cool. That's cool. See, and then sometimes you get different looking little bits. See, look at this. See, I love all that. That's cool. Devin, we were all, I think, clutching our pearls yesterday when you said you were going to throw some of that artwork out. Sheesh. Devin, you should put in your channel, baby girl. Put in your channel. Put in your channel. What else do I want to put on this page? I don't know if I can get this to glue down. Gosh, I found this. Oh, I know. Let's pull up some words with tape. Gosh, I had a piece of this, I think, when Holly was still with us. Oh, you haven't, Patty? This is Tim Holtz's Distress Crayon. And they're kind of on the creamy side, and you can just use it. You can put a paintbrush and use it. You can scribble it down on, say, like your glass surface and take it up with a paintbrush. You can smudge it with your finger. There's tons of, like all the colors of his inks and all that jazz, you can use. And I just have a story about that too. Gosh, me and my stories. I've told this before. Laura, Jersey Laura, she made these dangles. Well, I have mine here somewhere. And they were just wonderful. And I asked her if she sold them, and she said no, she didn't really do that. Wasn't interested to do that, which is fine, which is fine. And maybe just a little hot glue. And so I asked her, well, would you trade? Would you trade for one? And she said, oh yeah, I would trade. So I had a bunch of these distress crayons, and I said, well, what would you be interested in? And I said, I have distress crayons. I'm not happy with them really. Don't use them. And she said, oh yeah, I would trade for them. I said, okay. So we made a deal. So I sent her my crayons, and she sent me the dangle. I think I have it attached to a bag. It's so glorious. And she did it in the colors I like, purple and green. And it was just marvelous. And I think I'm going to use the hot glue on the back of this right here. And I thought, yeah, she likes them. Okay. I'm not using them. I just, didn't care for them. You're not going to like everything, right? So after we made the trade, I was watching her channel. This is several years ago now. And she was working in a journal, and she said, oh, I think I'll get out my distress crayons. And I thought, yeah, let's see what she's going to do with these. And oh, my land. She just started scribbling them down and rubbing it around. And oh, my gosh. I'm like, what the heck? Why did I trade? Why did I trade those? Never in my life. So, you guessed it. I bought all new ones. Yes, indeedy. That's a cute little button. Now you can use more trash. The inspiration I got for this project really is from that gal I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, Mona1_world, and she's very funny. And all right, so I'm just going to take a piece of tape and put up some of these words. Okay, I'm going to do like that. Let's try it this way. Now, Timmy says you can smudge it with just your phone. Yeah, you can. Our Timmy doesn't lie. And so I had to buy all new crayons, because then once I saw how Laura used them, I thought, oh man, I really love using them around the edge of the page. And that one, not so much, huh? See if I can get any more up. Now, of course, once you do that, you gotta add glue. Got to do the glue. Let's do one this way. Oh, that one tore. That's cool. That's cool. I glued that one down too much. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see if we can pop these on somewhere. All right, see. I think this goes this way. A little bit of hot glue here. Mona used like paper bags that were crumpled up and trash, and of course she used the egg carton. I shouldn't say carton, which was really amazing. Oh, you haven't, Cynthia? Oh, cool. Yes, I saw it on a reel. No idea who it was that I saw do it. It's just not, you're not going to see that much, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Oh, look, I glued that right to, there. I was thinking I wanted to put something wrapped around the edge of some of these pages. And now I'm not remembering. Not remembering what. Let's use just a piece of that book page, maybe. I'm not liking how this looks, Of course, now this is all lumpy. Oh, it's lumpy bumpy from that too. Just tear some of this. I think I need it a little. I'm going to fold it this way. It might be easier to work on this way instead of on that lumpy bump I made. A lumpy bump there. That might be a little more interesting, huh? Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some grunge on here. Probably gonna have to dry this. I guess I should think about wrapping this up soon, huh? Am I getting close to? Let's see what we are. Oh, it's 12 noon. Till it's gone. Pay paradise. Put up a parking lot. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, that looks kind of coolish, huh? Coolish and gruelish. Pay paradise. Put up a parking lot. I heard you singing the other day, Devin. It was very fun. It was very fun. Be paradise, put up a parking lot. Look at these little goodies. Look at these little goodies. Be paradise, put up a parking lot. Oh, yes. I'll be having it. That's my British son. That's what he says. I'll be having it. See, these are all just little bits I have sitting here by my desk. I've got another piece over here. Oops. My sweater attaches itself to things, and then everything starts to tumble. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Maybe we need something behind those windows. Maybe that. So I was with my grandchildren. I had my stickers. I didn't take my tapes, my sticker tapes. I just took my stickers and my sticker books and stuff like that. I don't know. You sounded pretty good to me. And my granddaughter just pulled out a piece of loose leaf paper that she was, school book or whatever she was going to use. And she said, well, can we use stamps too? I said, honey, you can use whatever you want. She said, okay. So I thought, what is she going to do with a great big sheet of paper? Because my book was just little. So I had said to them, do you have any of that washi tape left? Because at Christmas time one year, giving them a bunch of washi, they were really, really into the washi tape at that time. And she said, no, I don't think we do. And her mom said, oh, yeah. And she told her where it was. So she went and got it. So I lined the edge of my page with a couple of strips of washi. Oh my gosh, she framed out all her, the edges, that great big sheet of paper. She did great. She had stamps and then she got some stickers. She did a good job. Looked good by the time she was done. She always was advanced. What can I say? All right, so this is not going to go down. It's going to go down, I believe, and this is going to go on top of this. It'll look like we're looking through a window of furs. But let's just darken this up. Oh my gosh, I love, usually, a grandson was there. He was drawing and scribbling on something. He was enjoying himself too, but he was on a different journey than Charlotte and I were. That's for sure. So get this. So I sent a little treat to my daughter, and I said to her, if you don't really like this, that's fine. You can pick out something else. So she said, okay. Usually she doesn't. If I send little treats now and then, usually she doesn't return anything. But it's no big deal. She like the kids will say, my mom can draw stick people really good. She's not interested in, doesn't do anything artistic. She knits. And she's got a big Afghan she's working on currently, but she's not interested in any of the journaling stuff or collage or any of that jazz, My grandchildren, they are. My son-in-law and his mom and his sisters, they're all very artistic and talented. And my son's got a little bit of skill, but our daughter's just really never been interested, really. So, anywho, so we sent her this little goodie. She's got a birthday coming up too. So she told me a couple of things she wanted, which I have set aside for her birthday, but this was just a little something else. And so we get there and she said, Mom, do you mind really if I send that back? And I said, No, honey, you can send it back and get something else. She said, I can pick out something else. I said, Oh, sure. And I said, what would you want? And she says, Are you ready for this? I think I want an embroidery kit. I'm like, What? Who are you and what did you do with my daughter? She said, Yeah, I think I would like to have an embroidery kit. I said, Well, pick out what you want, send it to me, and I'll order it, have it sent. So, okay. Oh my, that's cool, Cynthia. Have a great day. Thank you, Cynthia. So they're not very good. So pick them out, and then we'll see. We'll get them sent. So she picked out a couple. A couple are supposed to arrive today. Ah, so she's a school teacher. She's got summer coming up soon. So she'll have plenty of time to fuss around with them. But this is like the first really arty thing. Good for you, Kel. Um, she's really kind of ever asked for. I did some calligraphy stuff for her years ago, but that was me pushing it on her. I don't think she really did anything with it. This kid can print like you would not believe. But anyway, okay. I don't know if I can do it from here. Hold on 1 second. I have to get to. I'm not in YouTube. One moment. Now, if you hear any crazy noises, it might just be YouTube picking up my voice. I'll try not to talk. It'll be hard for me. But oh, wait a minute. I got tapes there. Let's put this up here. I got to get room for the mouse. So I'm just going to open up another tab. I think you will still see me. And then I have to go to YouTube. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully I can remember how to do it. Okay, I think I did it. There you go. Okay, I hadn't done it in a while. And if you talk while you're doing that, um, I need a piece of that. You get a lot of reverb, or whatever you call it. A lot of noise. You get a lot of noise, a lot of extra noise. Let's take a. This is what I like. See, when the fabric is so old, look, you can just tear it without using a pair of scissors, a tool. That's kind of like sticking up in the middle of the air. Maybe put it down here, anchor this a little bit, maybe down here like this. All right, let's put the fabric down. And then I guess I better think about wrapping this baby up, huh? Let's put a little bit of this down. So this is just packaging paper that I've gotten, folded it so they were similar in size, the pieces. Ripped off the top, bottom, and sides, folded them in half, did a three-hole blanket stitch, and just started to put some paint and ink or whatever, using the Timmy crayons to try to pretty up and grunge up the pages. And then I'm just adding stuff to make it look trashy. I'm just trying to make it look trashy. Thanks, Devin. And so I think I'll put this little guy here. And I want to put my little Jesus thing on. That's a little bendy. And I'm just throwing down stuff that's been on or around my desk. Thank you, Amaret. Where's my little Jesus word? Oh, no. Now, if you get a chance, maybe it went on the floor. If you get a chance, go to Instagram and look up Mona. I put her in my description box. Mona1_world. She's got several reels, but the last one that I watched, she took an egg carton and made a journal out of it. And she's kind of fun to listen to. She's got some really fun, great ideas. And, oh, Philly. I don't think I scooped that. I didn't put it back in here, did I? Look, now my ring is stuck on the trash. Well, it'll turn up. It might be on the floor. So I got some words that I want to put there. And I still have plenty of stuff here that I want to get down on some of these pages. But see, it takes a little while, right? Once you start pulling out stuff and grabbing stuff. And oh, she does, Amaret? I love Tim's stuff. Hey, there's Marcy. Hi, Marcy. How are you? We're just getting ready to skedaddle here. So, see, this is what I do. Geez, I hate that. I really hate that so very much because it's just a waste of glue. I'm going to find something real quick here to glue down. Look, this looks fine. I hate wasting that glue. It's because I don't cap. I don't glue and cap. I got to glue and cap. I'm going to leave that edge not glued in case I want to tuck something under there. I'll have to plunge that up a little bit more. But the pages are all different sizes, and I might do some more tearing. See, my paint was still a little damp, and I put those together. If I use a little heat, I think that would come apart a little bit better. But I want to put some tabs or something on the edge, maybe some bits of fabric And I really could keep this by my desk. Can I say the name again? Absolutely. It's in my description box, but it's Mona, Mona, and I believe the number 1 underscore. Here, let's world. Let's see if I can. Do I have a writing tool anywhere close by? Let's see if I can. Boy, that stamp really turned out good. Okay. Mona 1 underscore world. I think that's what it looks like. Who knows? I did have my glasses on. Can you read my writing? That's Mona, Mona. Oh yeah, no. Lori doesn't. Oh look, here's my words. Lori doesn't know how to do that. I just put the gal's name in. I'm really not that good at Instagram, and I didn't link. Sorry, I just put her name. I wasn't even thinking. I guess I should go back and try to figure that out. You always come in late to the morning ones. Yeah, because it's early for you. No worries. But it is nice to see you. And I think Tanya comes on. She doesn't come on till 2 or so. But I'm starting to get a little hungry. I think I might have to put some lines around this. And I'm thinking white, which really wouldn't be grungy, but it might make it. Fix your eyes upon Jesus. On Jesus. Oh, I love that. Just makes me want to sing a hymn. Now in here, I've got my little pens, and I've got a wonderful little white pen, I believe. Probably went all the way to the bottom. Here it is. And this is what I do. See if it writes. Oh, yes, it writes. If it writes on your hand, it should write on your paper. Let's see. I might not like this. I like it. Now, of course, if you want more. Oh, thank you, Devin. You're so clever. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Yeah, I think that's her. Yeah. She's got a crazy sounding voice. She's very funny. And, um, she does a voiceover. She, films what she's doing and then she's talking to you while she's doing it. And she cracks jokes and says funny things. Look, see, I did it again with my glue. Got to get that. Put that lid back on. Then it doesn't ooze. So, yeah. So you could really do something like this. Keep it by your desk. And then when you get little bits of things and you just want to smack them down, just smack them on down in there. Look at this. See, this is. I was going to do Throwback Thursday, but I wasn't sure anybody would be interested. Look, 1918. I've got a bunch of these old magazines. This page fell out of probably a Priscilla. I know. Oh, yeah, it says down the bottom. Modern Priscilla. Bungalow aprons and useful house dresses. And there's recipes sometimes, and it's just fun stuff to. Oh, look at that kid. Maybe I'll see. This is all falling apart. I mostly have these because one day, um, I'm going to scan some of these and do something with them. This journal would be great for some homemade vintage tape. I wonder where I have some vintage tape. You mean like tinkle tape? Joyce, me, that sounds fun. I don't know what me. Who said something that's Joyce is saying me? She looks like she's got a little devilish look in her eyes. Tape. Yes. I have some here. Somewhere. Might be over the rainbow. Don't know where I put it. This is kind of fragile. See, look, I just don't shut up. This is what I do to Jacqueline. Poor thing. I said, okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up now. And I just keep on talking. And see, our son does the same thing. And we complain about it all the time. I think I just realized where he gets it. From his mother. From his mother. All right, start to build another page. Anywho, I need to get some lunch. Oh, the Throwback Thursday. You would be interested? Okay, maybe I'll do that another time. I just love looking at these little magazines. I've got an old knitting book, Joyce. Wait a minute. It's right here. Let me grab it. It's so cool. The thing with the Priscillas, I have the Modern Priscilla. I have several issues of that. I've got a couple issues of The Farmer's Wife. I've got The Youth's Companion. A couple issues of that. I don't know what else I've got. And I just think they're so fun to look at and to read, especially I like the Bye, Devin. Have a great day. I like the embroidering pattern there. Oh, that was on the other page. Now, of course, this is knitting. But even the cover, 25 cents per copy. This is copyrighted, edited by Gwen Keys, 1908. See, we've got some wear and tear here. Articles for men and women. A bath cloth. Stocking tops. Look at that sock. Look at there, a man's gauntlet. Did you ever hear of it? I haven't. Huh. A man's evening scarf. Look there, we got a man's slipper. A man's wristers. Look at there, Joyce. Men wore them too. Yes, the other page. Okay, hold on, Cindy. A lady's head wrap. I wonder how the heck that worked. I just love all that. I mean, I could sit for hours and look at these pages. Of course, even the ads, on the sides. Did I tear it, Cindy? Or this. Oh yeah, it's roses. Cindy, you're are you on IG? Oh, that's neat, Joyce. My niece, she makes slippers for like everybody in her family. My sister's got a pair. Cindy, are you on IG? Are you Cindy Daly with, is that your IG or is that, I guess I can do, YouTube, right? I'll take a picture of this. Would you like it? I'll take a picture. Let me take a picture right now. I just have, if I don't send it to you, send me a message. It's not because I don't want to, it's because I forget. Because I am old and I forget stuff all the time. Let's see. Oops, wait a minute. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. All right, I'll take one that way and then I'll come down close. I'll send them to you. I just think they're so fun. Look, and then this inside, it shows you, I don't know why this page. Look, it shows you, it's like a little eyelet kind of design, I guess, around the little bodice of those little undies. So YouTube, not Instagram. Okay, kid. I think I got it. I'll see if I can find you. If not, I have your email, I think. I can maybe figure out how to get it. I'll figure out a way to get it to you. All right. All right, my dear loves. I'm going to take off and get some lunch and see if Scooter wants me to help him with anything to get ready for tomorrow. See, I would just straighten up. My sister don't care. I mean, the house isn't filthy. It's just, a little worn. A little worn. You're welcome. Look at that. A theater hood. What the heck is a theater hood? The directions for this knitted hood are very simple. It can easily be done in plain knitting by anyone who has a little experience in knitting. It is also very pretty, made with fancy stitch, and almost any of the many varieties of fancy stitches can be adapted to it. It is knit of Shetland floss and fine bone or rubber needles. Oh, on fine bone or rubber needles. I wonder what Shetland floss is. I wonder a theater hood. Like, how would you wear a theater hood? Anywho, probably would never make any of these things, but I just love looking at them and having it. Look at that for your kneecap. I think it's just darling. I love reading the recipes. I don't even cook, but what can I tell you? If it's vintage and old, I like it. Look at a child's leggings. They put the little ribbon on. A baby's over drawers. If I'd have given something like that to my daughter when she had her children, she would have thought I'd lost. No, she would have realized. Toy reins. Oh. Anywho, there you have it. That's what I have for you today. You need lunch too? Yeah. I don't know. It sounds good. Have to go a rummaging in the fridge and see. I don't know. I think I need more than yogurt, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming in and spending the morning with me. I appreciate that so very much. You have no idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And if you're not doing anything Sunday morning around 10 Eastern, pop on by, say hi. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I love you too, Linda. Thank you so much. You have a very nice day. It's a fun book, and anybody can do it, right? Just get some trash, guys. Get some trash and have a go, all right? Until I see you lovely ladies next time, be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Have a great day. Bye-bye.